Want to know how you can make hundreds, if not thousands of pounds every month without gambling and without the risk of losing your own money? I know it sounds too good to be true, but that's exactly what matched betting lets you do. Hi, I'm Joe, and I first started matched betting in my first year of university. A mate came to me and said he'd made just over £600 in less than a week, and I was instantly like, you've got to teach me. So luckily enough, he taught me the principles of matched betting, and the rest is history really. At the time, I thought there's no way this is legit, but I gave it a go, and I'm so glad that I did. And within a few weeks, I was making great profits. Since then, I've made tens of thousands of pounds from matched betting, and I now run Matchwise to help other people do the same. So first of all, what actually is matched betting? Now, although it's got the word betting in it, what we do here is not gambling. And if you do it right and you follow the strategy correctly, there is no way to lose any money. Here's the general principle. On one site, on a bookmaker, we place something called a back bet. This is just a normal bet, for example, Arsenal to win the match. Then, in order to make this risk-free, we need to head over to a different platform called an exchange where we place something called a lay bet. A lay bet works differently to a normal bet, and it effectively allows us to cover the other outcomes of the bet. So if we bet on Arsenal to win on the backside, we could then lay against Arsenal to win, and this will include a draw or a loss. This way we're covered on all outcomes. So if Arsenal win the match, then our back bet will win, and if they draw or lose the match, then our lay bet will win. So no matter what happens, you know exactly what your profit outcome is going to be before you place anything. This strategy allows us to safely unlock free bets and promotions, which we can then turn into guaranteed cash using matched betting, but I'll explain that in the next bit. So how do we actually make money from matched betting? Now, you may or may not have seen promotions such as bet £10, get £30 in free bets. We can use matched betting to lock in guaranteed profit with these types of offers. We call them sign-up offers, and they're definitely the best place to start when you start matched betting. There's an entire section on our website and our free Discord that walks you through your first few sign-up offers and teaches you how to make your first £100 in profit from matched betting. So I'd highly recommend you go and check those out if you're interested. But in principle, I'm going to show you how it works in this video. So I'm going to walk you through the Bet365 sign-up offer, bet £10, get £30 in free bets. And first of all, we need to place our £10 qualifying bet in order to unlock our £30 in free bets. We're not just going to punt or normally bet this £10 because there's a risk we could just lose it and end up losing £10 before we've even started the offer. So with match betting, we're going to use this back and lay technique to ensure we know exactly what's going to happen before we place the bet. Normally for a qualifying bet with match betting, we're going to take a small qualifying loss of no more than like 50p, but that's okay because when it comes to the free bets, we're going to lock in like 22 or 23 pounds in profit, so that 50p doesn't really mean much. So I'm going to show you a quick example of a qualifying bet. It's in the Premier League and it's for the Tottenham versus West Ham game. It's Tottenham to win. So first of all, I'm going to go to Bet365 and check the odds for Tottenham to win, and they are at 2.1. I've checked. Next, we need to head over to Smarkets, which is the exchange where we lay things, and I'm going to check the lay odds over there. I'm going to show you what the lay odds look like, but first, if you're signing up to Smarkets, make sure you use the code COMFREE to get 60 days on 0% commissions. It is going to help. I don't get anything for saying that. So I'm now over on Smarkets, and I'm going to navigate to the West Ham versus Tottenham game. We are laying against Tottenham to win. So the lay bet is the blue box where it says Tottenham to win, and as you can see, the lay odds are 2.16. The lay is always the blue box on Smarkets, so remember that. But how are we going to work out what we need to stake on the lay? This is where the Matchwise matched betting calculator comes in. It's a really important bit of software for matched betting. So I'm going to head over to the Matchwise website and open up the Matchwise standard matched betting calculator and show you what we need to do. So I'm over on the matched betting calculator, and it's really just a simple case of inputting all of our values. So no free bet. This is not a free bet, it's a qualifying bet. Strategy, standard lay, keep it as that. It's our back bet. Our back stake was £10. Our back odds were 2.1. Our lay odds were 2.16. And as you can see, it tells us exactly what we need to stake and exactly what's going to happen before we've even placed the bet. So we're going to take a 28p qualifying loss for this £10 qualifying bet, which is pretty good, pretty standard. Anything under like 50p on a £10 qualifying bet is good, so I'll take it. And it also tells us what our required lay stake is going to be. So now what we need to do is place that £10 back bet on Bet365 for Tottenham to win, and then we need to lay against Tottenham to win on Smarkets, the exchange. And now therefore we know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to lose 28p regardless of what happens in the match. If Tottenham win, then we're going to make £11 profit from the bookmaker, and we're going to lose £11.28 from our exchange, which leaves us with negative 28p. When our lay bet loses, we don't lose our stake like a normal bet. We actually lose something called our liability, and it's kind of hard to get your head around if you're a beginner, but I'm going to make another video explaining how liability works. But liability is effectively just the money you put up to lose lose when you place a lay bet. The only thing that I'd maybe try and remember is just the higher the lay bet odds, the higher the liability is going to be. So if the lay bet odds are really high, your liability will also be really high, and you'll need that money in your markets to lay against it. But if the lay odds are really low, then you won't need much money in your markets to lay it. But if Tottenham don't win, then we're going to lose £10 from our back bet, and we're going to make £9.72 from the lay on our exchange. So again, we're left with minus 28p. A lay bet doesn't work the same as a normal bet, I'm sure you've realized by now, but don't worry, I'm going to make another video explaining all about laying and liability, as I said, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, that's the qualifying process done. We're covered on both sides. Whatever happens, we're going to lose 28p. Once this bet is settled, we're then going to be credited with our £30 in free bets on Bet365, and this is where the magic happens and we lock in our guaranteed profit. So once the free bets have been credited, we need to use the exact same technique of backing and laying, this time with our free bets, to make our guaranteed profit. So first we need to find a good free bet pick. I'm actually going to use the MatchedWise premium Discord to help me find a pick. We post good bets to use for free bets and qualifying bets in there. It does definitely save a lot of time. Also, a quick note, for the qualifying bets, normally we tend to try and use lower odds, below sort of like 3.0, but obviously above the minimum odds requirements for the qualifying bet for that specific offer. So in this case, the minimum odds were 1.2, so below 3.0 and above 1.2. But for free bets, we want to use higher odds if possible, like above 5.0, because this just means we can make more profit from our free bets. But also remember, the higher the odds, the higher the liability is going to be, so just bear that in mind. So the bet we're going to go for our Bet365 free bets is going to be Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal, and it's going to be Nottingham Forest to win. The back odds on Bet365 are 9.0, and I've had a little look at the lay odds, and they are at 9.8 on Smarkets for the lay. So if I show you on Smarkets, as you can see, the lay odds for Nottingham Forest to win are 9.8. The blue box as always. So if we're laying against Nottingham Forest to win, if Nottingham Forest draw or lose the match, then that's when our lay will win. So the same as before, we're going to head to the MatchedWise match betting calculator, and we just need to change one setting here, and we need to change it from qualifying bet to free bet SNR. Free bet SNR just means stake not returned. Majority of free bets you're going to get are all going to be free bet SNR, because when you win the free bet, it just means you don't get the stake back as cash. Don't worry about it. Majority of the time, it's just going to be free bet SNR. And same as before, we're just going to input all of our values. So we've got £30 in free bets. So our back stake is £30 on the free bet setting. Our back odds are 9.0 on Bet365, and then our lay odds are 9.8. As before, 0% commissions on Smarkets because we sign up with code COMFREE. Now, as you can see, we are going to be able to lock in a guaranteed £24.49 in profit. So no matter what happens with this game, we're going to make that £24.49. It also tells us our lay stake on there the same as before, so we need to place that £30 in free bets on Bet365 and lay our £24.49 on the lay on Smarkets. So if Nottingham Forest do end up winning the match, we're going to make £240 in profit from the backside, the bookmaker side, and we're going to lose £215.51 from the exchange. This is our liability, and this is going to give us £24.49 in profit. And if Nottingham Forest lose or draw the match, then we're not going to make any money from the bookmaker free bets because that's not going to win, but we're going to make £24.49 from the lay from our exchange. If it's too much liability for you to put the £30 on free bets on at once, then you can always break them down into smaller chunks like £10 increments or even £5 increments and just do them individually if it's too much money in your exchange for you. Or alternatively, you could find a free bet with lower odds and just do it with that, especially for your first few ones, maybe just to build it up a bit until you have enough balance in your exchange. Although using lower odds might reduce your profit on the free bets. If you have no idea what I'm talking about at the moment, then don't worry, it is definitely a very confusing thing and it takes a lot of time to get your head around, so don't panic. People learn things at different speeds, so don't worry. But this in principle is exactly how matched betting works. So that's just an example from one sign-up offer, and I know it might seem like a lot of faff to make £24 in profit, but when you get the hang of it, you can literally go through that whole process in a few minutes. And there are over 50 bookmakers that offer these kind of promotions, and if you go through all of them, you can easily make over £800 in guaranteed profit. The MatchedWise premium service is going to help you speed up this whole process by giving the best sign-up offers list to go through, as well as I said before, the free bets and the qualifying bets that are good to use. But anyway, once you finish the sign-up offers, there's a huge misconception that the profit ends there, when actually majority of the profit from matched betting comes after the sign-up offers from something called reload offers. Reload offers are just promotions on a repeat basis from bookmakers. There are loads of different types of reload offers: price boosts, EPs, 2-ups, bet and get offers, loads of different things you can take advantage of. And we post all of them straight into the MatchedWise Premium Discord. So you can just see the back odds of this, the lay odds of this, put it on, bang, bang, done. And with these reloads, you don't just make £800 and stop. It's literally £500 to £1,000 a month consistently every month. So I apologize, I've literally chucked a load of information at you in this video. And if you don't understand some of it or any of it, don't worry. I'd advise you to head to the MatchedWise website or get in the Discord and check out some of the other guys we've got in there that will explain things in a bit better detail. Or alternatively, just get cracking with that £100 in profit guide that's going to go through your first few sign-up offers. Even if you have done some of the sign-up offers, as I'm sure many of you have, I think it'd be really useful to go through that just to get the hang of it. And as I said before, if you really want to take this seriously and make that £500 to £1,000 a month, hop in the Discord. It's really important. You're going to make that subscription money back in basically no time from all of the alerts and value from that group. Our actual product is on Discord, so at least make sure you're in the free Discord because that's where our actual thing is. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you inside the community.